second time this year that all 11 titles have been up for grabs. That's because Olympic qualification is just around the corner and they had to bring forward the finals from their usual February date to tonight. Mick Dowling is here with me. Mick, you're very welcome. Thank you for being with us. Tell us briefly how this qualification system works for the Olympics.
Well, qualification starts right here tonight, Dara. You've got to win your national senior title. You win that, the European Championships then are on in Poland in mid-February. If you get a medal in those European Championships, you've automatically qualified. After that, you've got 2 more bites at the cherry. There are 4 tournaments. You get 2 opportunities in those 4 tournaments to medal again. You've got to get either a gold or a silver in those tournaments. If you do that, yes, you've qualified. So tonight is the first step.
Now, our first live boxing tonight, the welterweight final between James Moore and Henry Coyle. How is that going to go?
Well, this is the fight that many of these people have come here to see. This is the big one, I think, and I think it's really going to be a cracking fight. I suppose the smart money would have to be on James Moore. Really good fighter, he can box, he can fight. But Henry Coyle, talking to me this morning, said, this title, he said, Mick Dowling, is going to Mayo. I'm going to take this title. Moore beat me in the semi-finals last year. This is going to be my title. But James Moore, I know, has other ideas. And really and truly, the smart money has to stay on James Moore.
OK, we're ready to go, Mick. Thank you. We'll talk to you a little bit later on. Your commentator is Noel Andrews, tonight working at his 54th National Senior Finals. Let's hand you over to our stadium announcer, Harry McGavick.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the final of the 69-kilogram welterweight division. Yeah, it features in the red corner, boxing out of the Arklow Amateur Boxing Club, County Wicklow. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the pride of Arklow, James Moore. And his opponent across the ring tonight in the blue corner, proudly boxing out from the land of the salted breeze, Gisela Amateur Boxing Club, County Wicklow. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stadium, Henry Coyle. And the referee for this contest, Eugene Duffy, Ulster.
Well, this is it, the final at welterweight. And that's James Moore on the right there in red from Arklow, the reigning champion. And Henry Coyle from Mayo. And he says that the title's going to go to Mayo tonight. Well, we'll wait and see. Moore has the advantage of knowing he's beaten Coyle in the past, these same championships at semi-final last year. But Coyle says he knows what he has to do. Moore, one of the most experienced and one of the most successful amateur boxers of recent years. And there's great support here for the Mayo man. Coyle, well-balanced boxer, looked impressive on his way here to the final. But Moore with the edge in experience. Good right hand from Coyle in this opening round. And Coyle is going to work early. He's going to try to push the champion back. Moore makes a miss, and Moore is going to use the space of the ring and try and slow down the pace. But Coyle wants to have a fight early. And check for doing a bit of holding in close. Moore will try and steal those points and then move away. Moore quite good on defensive boxing. But he runs into a right hand there, and Coyle is really putting on the pressure in the opening round. Can he keep this up? He's certainly forcing Moore to work hard in this round. As Moore tries to slow down the pace, take control and keep it at long range. But in close, there's a beautiful left hook to the body. He sinks it right in, Coyle. Coyle is full of confidence in this opening round. He knows that the only way to win this is to dominate it from the start. If he lets Moore settle down, Moore will control the fight from a distance and keep it at long range. Coyle has got to get in. Coyle from the Gisela Club, Belmullet, County Mayo. And there's an exciting opening round. There's a lot of cheers there for Coyle because he's holding his own so far.
Well, it's hard to believe that there's only one up. There's so many punches thrown in this contest. You know, when James Moore came in here earlier on tonight, he said, I'm going to box, he said, for perhaps a round and a half. He said, after that, I'm going to go to war. He certainly has started boxing. I do expect him to go to war. Maybe not immediately, but it's been a good, very close contest indeed. But you would have thought that the scoring would be just that little bit more than 1-1. On the other hand, Henry Coyle, Henry has really come here to fight tonight. As I said earlier, he wants to take his title back to Mayo tonight. If he does, he's going to have to box out of his skin to win it. It's not going to be easy. This James Moore has all the experience of World Championship bronze medal from Belfast 2 years ago, and he's the kind of fighter that can box and fight. Henry is going to have to really pick it up here if he's to stay in this.
Well, one of our world-rated boxers is James Moore in red here, and it's all even. Started this the second round. And Coyle puts in the work right from the start with a good right hand. This would be a major upset if Coyle were to win this. Again, he scores with a good right hand. He's looping in the big punches. And he's upsetting the champion Moore. Moore is trying to slow down the pace. I don't think Moore wanted to have a war so early in the contest. He sinks it right to the body. A good sinking punch from Moore. Moore with the edge. More than just an edge and experience. World-class boxer. But it's certainly no formality in picking up a title here. He's going to have to work all the way through. Coyle's followers full of confidence. And there are quite a lot of them here in the stadium who've travelled all the way from Mayo to urge him on. There's a sinking left hand. That's probably Moore's best weapon so far, is that left hook to the ribs. That's the one that'll take the wind from the sails of Henry Coyle. Coyle, 23. Moore, 24. And Moore now drives him before him for the first time. Forces Coyle to give a bit of ground, and this is the second round. And Coyle whips him downstairs, but Moore, in reply, brings in a few good ones. And this is a war. And again, Coyle counters well, then takes a right hand to the body. Well, Moore has landed with some good body shots, but there's no sign of him slowing down this for the Coyle at the end of the second round.
Well, there we have it. It's still level 6 apiece, and it's been a really good round. James Moore came on with some good, strong body punching in that particular round, getting inside, but Henry Coyle keeps a nice, tight defense. James Moore, as you can see here, getting anxious, getting in with that good, solid body punch, and he really rips them in hard to the body. But on the inside, Henry Coyle, it has to be said, you know, in fairness to him, his defense is quite tight on the inside, and it needs to be. It's certainly all to play for now. With we're just at the halfway mark, but Henry Coyle doing well to be level with James Moore here at this stage. Well, it's interesting here that in James Moore's corner is his dad, James Moore, and Jerry Coyle in his son's corner.
And straight away, Coyle goes into the attack. Bit careless with his head. Referee Eugene Duffy. Boxing getting a little bit untidy in this third round. And this would be one of the major upsets if Moore were to lose this. He's putting a lot of confidence and a lot of hopes in that big swinging right hand. Forces man onto the ropes. Whips in a good left hook to the chin. Misses with the next few. Coyle stands his ground, brings in a right hand under the chin, and the referee is calling for quiet in the corner. Coyle's father Jerry, his dad in the corner, and Moore's dad Jim Moore in his corner. Moore from Arkle, County Wicklow. Coyle from Geesland, County Mayo. Referee warning the corner there. He'll send him away from the ring altogether. If he keeps this up, They're not allowed to issue instructions during the course of the contest. The seconds. The crowd can shout as much as they like. Another big right hand. It's getting a bit scrappy now in this third round. Coyle is really up for this fight. He's been training hard. It must have been, because he's fit as a fiddle. Against one of the best welterweights in Europe. A looping left hand from Moore. Is Moore beginning to find his range now in this third round? As I say that, then Coyle replies with a big right hand. The crowd going mad here. What a contest. Just as Moore seemed to be getting on top, Coyle whipped out a big right hand. And Coyle again buries a right hand, takes a right hand to the face. And there's the end of the third round. And what excitement, what drama. We seldom have seen such a contest here at the National Stadium.
Well, what a fantastic round there, and Henry Coyle certainly feels as though this is going to be his night. He's really going for it, and it has to be said that James Moore is looking a little bit scrappy. Somebody's Olympic dream, I think, is going to die here tonight now. Is James Moore going to be able to pull something out in this final round? He told me he was going to go to war. He has gone to war, but so too is Henry Coyle, and it's suiting Henry Coyle. Henry likes to get inside. Moore, of course, is the bigger hitter, but Henry Coyle is having a nice, tight defense, and he's really up for this one. There's 2 minutes left between just to decide here who's going to go on to the European Championships and the qualifiers after that. And most certainly, Henry Coyle feels that he can do it now.
Final round, the most important contest in their lives. The winner of this will represent Ireland on the international scene for the next 12 months. Moore is the reigning champion in red. And he's trailing by a point against Henry Coyle, a complete outsider. Coyle from Giesland, County Mayo. Powerfully built welterweight who punches hard with either hand. Moore, a fair puncher himself, has scored with some solid ones. But Coyle has no sign of him backing off. It's all up to this last round. Seldom have we seen such excitement as we had in that third round. Moore just missed by a fraction with the big right hand there to the chin. Tries to crowd his man, but Coyle is throwing punches for all he's worth. In check, he wants tidier boxing. Keep his head up. Be careful of the head clashes. It's all down to these dying seconds, as it were. Who's going to land the big punch now? A couple of good punches from either boxer at this stage will turn the tables round in their favor. Who has the stamina? Who has the punching power? Coyle, a strong, rugged boxer. Has Moore fallen into the trap of standing toe-to-toe with this fellow? There's a big right hand again from Coyle, because Coyle has taken Moore's best punches, and he puts in a good right hand to the chin. Well, they said the title would go to Mayo. I wonder will it? An awful lot of support here. Moore replies with his own right hand. It's not over yet. What drama. Coyle looks through his corner, but he's on his own here now at the bell. What a contest. How do you separate them? And it looks as if we have a new champion. They said they'd do it, and it looks as if they've done it. Is it the most disappointing night of his life? Big cheers. What a tough contest all the way through.
The contest is holder of the Martin Hampstead Perpetual Challenge Cup for the year 2004 by a computer scoring of 17 points to 12. And that you...
And there he is, champion. The biggest turn-up in amateur boxing for quite a while. Disappointment for James Moore. This is a big turn-up, and this is a night of boxing that will be remembered, particularly for this contest. The excitement all the way through. Dethroning of a great champion in James Moore. Terrible disappointment, the Arklow man. A great celebration in County Mayo. They came here in their dozens or in their hundreds to cheer him on from Gisela. From the Gisela club, Henry Coyle is the Irish champion at welterweight.
What an amazing way to start our live boxing, a first title for Henry Coyle. He does take that title back to Mayo. Now, it's every boxer's dream. It could be Henry's dream, and it will be his dream to fight at the Olympic Games. But with each passing Olympiad, qualification for the Games has become much more difficult. Recently, the IABA engaged in a program of full-time training. Many of the boxers who are in action here tonight are living and training at the stadium. And recently, we caught up with some of them to find out about their daily regime.
Ireland have won 20 Olympic medals in gold, silver, bronze. And of the 20, 45% of them have been won by boxers. So in productivity, boxing is the sport that has produced most for Ireland.
We're living here now 5 days a week because you have to do it really. If you want to get if you want to be a top class athlete, you have to be full-time training. And this is where you have to be, this is where the top coaches are, and this is where the national setup is. So you have to be up here if you want to achieve your goal.
We're here on a Tuesday now to a Saturday to get the full-time training in. Because we need that now coming up to the seniors. And of course the Olympic qualifiers next February, So it's nice to get up here and eat, sleep and drink boxing.
From February when we started, our first major peak was the World Championships in July in Bangkok. So up to that we were training 3 days a week, which was a Wednesday, Saturday and Sunday. But after the World Championships I realised at that time that 3 days wasn't good enough. And we done a debrief of the World Championships, we discussed it with the boxers and we felt that 5 days was necessary. But to achieve 5 days and have guys travelling from the 32 counties, it just wasn't possible. So it was a commitment and a sacrifice from them guys to decide to come in and live in the gym and train in the gym.
Well, my job basically is of the high performance team is to look after this national team for Olympic and European and Olympic qualifiers and World Championships. Our main priority this year has been the senior team because of the forthcoming Olympic Games and the qualifiers, so they're the main group that we're concentrating on.
You get up at 7:30 in the morning, you're out for your run. That will probably last 20-25 minutes. You're back in then, you're doing a bit of school boxing, a bit of skipping, and then your sit-ups, a bit of body work. That's the same every morning. The odd morning it might change, you could be doing something different. Mostly it's just the mornings you get your run in. Then you'd have your breakfast, you're straight back to bed again then. Back up then at 11 o'clock, and then you're out then for a boxing session. Bags, pads, school boxing, probably a bit of sparring. Then you have a nice rest then for the rest of the day. You have your lunch, your dinner, and you're back in again in the evening for the third session, which more probably a bit of sparring again, and bags, and more sit-ups. It's the same thing day in, day out, but it's like a job and it has to be done,
All the boxers need is a ring and a few, the bags, and that's what we have. A bit of floor space to do school boxing and skipping, shadow boxing. And we have a good weight facility now. It's probably one of the top 3 weightlifting in the country. Boredom can be a problem sometimes, but when you're training, you don't be bored. It's only when you're not training, that's when the boredom kicks in, So we usually go to the cinema, when we have our evening off, and we usually find something. There's plenty of lads here, and we're all good friends, so we always find something to get up to.
It's not too bad for me because I only live down the road. I can go home, but for the other lads from the country that are coming up, I've great respect for them coming all the way up, and staying overnight.
The Athens Olympics is the main one. That's in the summer next year. So I have to go through a tough qualifying schedule before that. So I'm hoping like qualifying is the main goal, then going on to set another goal to win an Olympic medal.
Would there have been an Andy Lee or an Andrew Murray or a Conor Ahern or a Kenny Egan or any of those if there hadn't been a Carruth or McCullough? Maybe there would not.
Well, a very proud moment for Henry Coyle, taking the Irish national title back to County Mayo with the gold medal. He told Mick Dowling he'd win it this morning, and he's done it, getting it from the CEO of the Sports Council, John Tracy. And Henry is here with me now. Henry, what a feeling.
Yeah, it's nice. I've won it now. All the work, 14 years, the hard work came out there. And respect to James Moore. A great. If I can only do what he does, I'll be very happy. What he has achieved in his career already, I'm just delighted. Respect to him. And to win at 17-12. Yeah, well, I trained hard. It was in the tank. It was even going into the last round. Coaches, just I done it. That's it. I'm happy. You know, first hurdle over, next hurdle, please. Absolutely. Well, listen, congratulations to you, Henry, and enjoy bringing that trophy back to Mayo. Well done. Well done, guys. Thanks very much indeed. Let's bring Mick Dowling back in here. Mick, a sensational fight.
Yeah, a huge shock. I mean, this is the first big upset of the championships. Nobody really would have predicted it, bar the Coyles, of course, you know, dad and son. Huge surprise. You have to feel sorry for James Moore, but, you know, this kid here has lost 7 times in national finals. He's finally got it right. Wonderful performance. He can now look forward to the European Championships.
Now, Mick, more live boxing now at Bantamweight. Eric Donovan and Brian Gillen. How do you see it going?
Well, this happens to be my old division of many years ago, back in ancient times. Yeah, well, Gillen, you know, would have the upper hand. He has already beaten Donovan, albeit last year. Donovan has taken this a lot more serious. He's got in a lot more hard training. I was impressed with him in the semi-final last week. He was very impressive. Gillen's got a straight final. But again, the smart money would have to be on Gillen. He's a smart boxer. 20 years old as against 18 for young Donovan.
Okay, there you go. Let's go back ringside. We'll join Noel and Harry again.
And it is over to the ring now for this, the Bantamweight final.
Of the Bantamweight 54-kilogram division. This contest features in the red corner this evening, boxing out of the Holy Trinity Amateur Boxing Club, Belfast. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stadium, Brian Gillen. And his opponent across the ring tonight in the blue corner, proudly boxing out of the St. Michael's Amateur Boxing Club of Thigh, County Kildare. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stadium, Eric Donovan. And your referee for this contest, Mr. Kieran O'Neill Lester.
Well, here we go for this Bantamweight final. Brian Gillen in red, and it would be a favourite. He'd be the favourite because he's the reigning champion, and he has beaten Donovan before. But Donovan is a fast improving boxer. Southpaw from Athy, St. Michael's Club Athy, County Kildare. That's Eric Donovan in blue. Now, you don't often have 2 Southpaws together, but very often they say it makes for a bad scrap, but we hope this one will be a good one. Donovan is the one who's got to be very positive of this. He's the outsider. He's only 18, but he's got to work early to try and impress his ability on Brian Gillen. Gillen was able to beat him before. In the last 12 months, Donovan has been training hard and he's picked up a fair amount of experience. He takes a hard left hand to the face there in this opening round. That was a good left hand from Gillen. Gillen from the Holy Trinity Club in Belfast. Gillen, the defending champion, he's trying to draw his man and counter with good punches. Donovan knows he's got to go forward if he's to win this one. And this would be quite an upset, but so far Donovan looks fairly positive. Eric Donovan, only 18, in blue. National junior champion. got a good selection of punches there. Donovan, the way he switches over, and brought up a good right uppercut there in close. And that's a big left hand. That's one of the best punches he's landed so far. Keeping his boxing fairly compact. A lot could depend on which boxer is the stronger, whether it's Gillen or not. Gillen is that little bit older. And it's even Steven after the first.
Well, again, another even Stevens first round here. This is going to be a totally different contest to the last one, because both of these boys, both southpaws, unusual that you get two southpaws meeting in a final, but however, here we have it. Young Donovan is doing quite well, you know, boxing well, standing upright, trying to counter, but Gillen, on the other hand, is very, very cute. Michael Hawkins in Gillen's corner. So he certainly has the best of advice. Dominic O'Rourke, the president of the Irish Amateur Boxing Association, doing young Donovan's corner. So it's not going to be easy. That's young Donovan there, and now we're over to Michael Hawkins with Gillen.
Finishing that right hook kick.
Some nice, skillful boxing. I think no longer can you come to these national championships and expect an easy draw.
Second round now. In red, Brian Gillen from Belfast. And from Athy comes Eric Donovan. Warmer, Gillen was able to beat him last year. So far, nothing to separate them. Now, is this to be a night of outsiders winning and going against the odds? Donovan would not be the favourite with many. I'm sure he's a favourite with his followers from Kildare. He's come here to fight. He's coming forward. Now, Gillen, the more experienced of the two. Last year, Gillen was a bit of a surprise packet when he beat a former champion, Damien McKenna, on his way to the final and picked up the title. And it must give a boxer that little bit of added confidence when he knows he has won them before, and certainly when he has beaten this fella before. But Donovan is making work harder this time. He's scoring well to the head. That's a nice big left hand. And this is a different Donovan than the one we saw last season. He's come on a lot. And as always, the crowd likes the underdog to come out on top. They're urging on Donovan here. Well, he's not showing an awful lot of regard for Gillen's punches there as he walked through quite a few of them and then came in, drove home a few good ones himself.
Well, it just goes to show you that the pressure that Eric Donovan is putting on is certainly paying off, with a score now of 12 points to 5. Gillen likes to be on the back foot, but young Donovan has certainly kept him on the back foot. He's managing to draw Gillen's punches and get inside with his own good shots. Donovan in the blue, nice left hand, long left hand, follows with a right and another left hook. These are all good, strong scoring punches. I think if Gillen now is to come back into this, he's going to have to really close this gap down, because again, we're just halfway through this contest.
It's B first after that.
Mickey Hawkins there in the corner with Brian Gillen will certainly be having some strong words with him, because it's unusual that he would have dropped that many points in that second round.
Come on.
Well, this is coming up to round 3, and so far it's a bit of a disaster for the reigning champion Brian Gillen, way behind on points. And Eric Donovan, the outsider as it were, dominating, particularly in the second round. He'll grow with confidence as this bout goes on, but Gillen could still do something. Gillen has got to keep on pressure and try and get inside that long right hand and do some real damage. And Donovan will change his style as he goes along. He could He can be happy enough to keep it at long range now. He knows that he's got a good lead in points. He's just got to hold on to it and keep cool. Whereas Gillen has got to loosen it up, get in close, and try and drive this man back. Again, Gillen coming forward with his chin up in the air at times. And Donovan is picking him off. There he picks him off again with the right hand, but there's a few good counters from Gillen. Gillen's pulling out all the stops here, and Donovan trying to keep it at long range and keep it fairly cool. Hold on to that lead. He made his mark in the second round, but he walks into one there. Gillen a good solid puncher when he gets the combination going. He'll have to do a bit more work when he gets in close. That's more like it. He picks him off with a good solid right hand. That's only one single punch. Walk wide in the corner. Mickey Hawkins, his trainer, urging his man on, trying to get him to force the fight and push this man back at the end of the third round. Now, Gillen getting back into the fight, it looks like there.
Well, certainly the gap is closed there, down to now 3 points between them. Gillen certainly picked off some punches as Donovan came forward. I think if Eric Donovan is to win this contest now, he's got to be very, very tight in his defense. He can't afford to take these clean shots from Brian Gillen. Gillen is cute, he's 20 years old, he's got 2 years advantage, but there he draws his man on and lands a nice right hand as Donovan came in. So Eric Donovan is going to have to get a lot cuter now in this final round. He's 3 up, and 3 points is quite a bit, and it's going to take some one of a heck of a round from Brian Gillen if he's going to win this. Michael Hawkins, I can see him over there, and he's really, really working hard on Brian Gillen. But are we going to be in for another shock here? 3 points. Gillen has it all to do, because otherwise we're going to have another one of our high-performance athletes and boxers going out.
Well, it's the final round. Fascinating contest, this. The champion, Brian Gillen, behind on points, down about 3 points after what seemed to be a disastrous second round for him. Got back into the fight somewhat in round 3. Eric Donovan, the outsider from that tie, trying to reverse a decision of last year's championships when Gillen was able to beat Donovan. But Donovan has improved an awful lot. He's only 18. He's coming on in leaps and bounds. Very most important contest of his career now. Olympic year coming up, and the champions are the ones who will try to qualify for the Olympics in international boxing. Donovan is going to keep his boxing tidy, as Gillen is beginning to pick him off. A lot of starting and holding. More holding. I'm surprised Gillen doesn't do more work when he gets inside. He's relying on the single punches and then runs into one and runs into a good left hand. Gillen has got to get a few combination of punches in there. If he's to get a few points here, he's getting over anxious. They lose balance there. That can be sickening enough for a boxer falling to the floor, even though it's not from a punch. A southpaw batter has turned out to be quite a good one. And as Gillen trying to draw his man to make a mistake and then counter, succeeds. Has he left it too late? Loops in that big left hand again. Now, has Donovan been tidy enough in this last round? Hold on to the lead. And that's it, it's all over. Now, we a new title holder. He looks happy enough. And it looks as if we have a new champion. So this is a surprise championship this year here in the National Stadium, the senior finals. Some good punching in that last round. Gillen got his range a few times, but not punching often enough. That's a big step up for Eric Donovan from St. Michael's Club in Athy. There's the official confirmation. Referee Kieran O'Neill.
Ladies and gentlemen, please show your appreciation for both boxers. And the winner of that Irish Star contest and holder of the Duggan Arnott Perpetual Challenge Cup for the year 2004 by a computer scoring of 19 points to 16. And you, heavyweight champion.
Yes, a new champion, another new champion this year in Eric Donovan from Athy. What a great achievement. A terrible disappointment for Brian Gillen for the Holy Trinity Club in Belfast.
For Brian Gillen from the Holy Trinity Club in Belfast.
And we take a short break now. Join us after.
The new Irish Bantamweight champion Eric Donovan from Athy receiving his trophy after a super victory by 19 points to 16 over Brian Gillen. The medal and the trophy from John Tracy on the left of your picture. I'm delighted to say that Eric is here with us now. Fantastic victory. How does that feel? Irish champion.
Oh, it's brilliant, you know. It's every lad's dream, like, chance to box in the Olympic Games, you know. And what can I say, you know? It's brilliant all-around performance. I'm happy with my performance. You have to perform very good against Brian Gillen. You know, he beat me last year. He's a good kid, you know, so I need to be peaking to beat him, and luckily I was, you know.
Second round was great for you. You had a 7-point lead going into round 3.
Yeah, well, I mean, the first round is always the important round. I didn't want to know the score after the first. I said, I seen my coach's eyes. He looked happy enough, you know. So I knew I was in front anyway, so I got a bigger second round advantage. What won the fight for me, you know?
Yeah. Well, Eric, congratulations to the Irish champion. Some people over there who want to see you. Well done. They'll be hearing more of Eric in the weeks and months ahead. The European Championships to come, and of course, hopefully, a chance for him to go to the Olympic Games in Athens. Mick Dowling, come back in here. Mick, another shock, it has to be said.
Yes, Tara, another shock. I mean, it has to be said that Eric Donovan fought like a little man possessed. He really wanted the title. I think, you know, it boiled down to who wanted it the most. And Eric Donovan certainly did. I've watched him come up to the juvenile ranks, and he's won everything in his way. And now he's crowned it all tonight. And as I was mentioning to him earlier, he better start brushing up on his Greek from now on.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Let's go to light heavyweight, our next live action here. Kenneth Egan and Marvin Lee. They're in the ring behind us. How's it going to go?
Well, again, you know, you would have to be thinking that Kenny Egan has got to do it. Marvin Lee was impressive in his semi, but Egan is such a cute boxer, southpaw, very, very good, confident fighter. You would have to put your money on Kenneth Egan, but you'd want to keep his chin down because Marvin Lee is a good, hard hitter.
Okay, we're looking forward to this one. You'll hear Mick in commentary with Noel Andrews.
Yes, indeed, the light heavyweight title at stake here. Kenneth Egan, the champion.
The final of the light heavyweight 81 kilogram division. And it features in the red corner this evening, boxing out the Ningstown Amateur Boxing Club from Docken, County Dublin. Please welcome to the stadium, Kenneth Egan.
Great favourites here at the stadium.
And the opponent across the ring tonight in the blue corner, proudly boxes out of the Uachtarard Amateur Boxing Club, County Galway. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Dublin, Marvin Lee. And the referee for this contest is Mr. Jim Moreland, Leicester.
Well, this is it. Light heavyweight title at stake here. At the moment, it belongs to Egan, Kenneth Egan, here in red. Now he hold on to it against Marvin Lee. Lee in blue, a heavy puncher. Dedicated to boxing for the last few years. He's been training very hard. He's very promising from Ulster. So it's Galway and Dublin match here. Egan from Neilstown, Dundalkin area in Dublin. Egan in red, the southpaw, leading with the right. Bit of untidy boxing in this opening round. These are big fellas with big punches. Lee might have the advantage in punching power, but Egan should have the advantage in skills, but we'll wait and see. But so far, there's been major upsets in these championships. The boxing untidy and scrambling in this opening round as Lee tries to dominate and take over and upset the cool southpaw style of Kenneth Egan. Egan with a wealth of international experience behind him, age 22. Lee just a year older. That's what the way Egan wants to keep it, just picking his man off with that right hand and then disappearing. He likes to take control from out far, not to be in close too much. Certainly against a puncher like Lee, he's a wise man. Pick up the points. Relax for a few seconds. That's the end of the opening round, and it finished well at the round there for Kenneth Egan, I think.
Well, you would expect that Kenny Egan would be ahead at this stage, and he is boxing, I suppose, a clever fight. It's his best way to box, Marvin Lee. He most certainly should not be trying to attack and go forward, because if he does, Lee could slip and slide and maybe, land a big haymaker, because Marvin Lee needs to get close. Kenny Egan doesn't need to be in there at all, and you will have noticed a few times when he did try to go forward, he can be a little bit awkward. Sometimes I feel with Kenneth Egan, one of his problems is his confidence, but I think at this level here, his confidence should be high enough to be able to win this comfortably. But in saying that, Marvin Lee is a good hard puncher, and Kenneth Egan will not be able to take a chance and stick that chin out for him.
Second round. Light heavyweight, the champion in front. That's Kenneth Egan in red. Plenty of experience. Quarter-finalist in the World Championships in Belfast, bronze in the European Cadets in Latvia a few years ago. He's boxed in the World Juniors. He's a wealth of experience. And he won gold in Finland last season in a multi-nations tournament. Marvin Lee, dedicated to boxing these last few years. And he's been around the block too. Had wins in Greece and Italy, won a silver medal in a Internations tournament there. So you're looking at two experienced boxers here. With the southpaw, Egan so far in front. Boxing getting untidy in the second round. I don't think Egan will be too much upset about that, because I think the slower pace is suiting him to pick his man off with a couple of punches and then fade away. Doesn't take too many chances. Lee is trying to crowd him, being urged on by his corner to keep on the pressure and maybe land one of his big haymakers, because he is a big puncher, Marvin Lee. He carries a good punch in either hand. Egan is still stealing points and then moving away. Almost toppled out of the ring there. This is not a great contest so far, but it's suiting Egan, the champion. Keeping the distance, jabbing with the right hand, using every bit of space in the ring to try and move away then as he picks up a few points.
Well, there you are. It's 4-0 now to Kenneth Egan. He's starting to cruise in this fight, but you can see the difficulty that Marvin Lee is having. Kenneth Egan has got extremely fast reflexes. He's the type of boxer that certainly in my day I most certainly would not like to have boxed somebody of Kenneth Egan's class and style. He's difficult, he's awkward, he's very, very fast. And as I said earlier, if he goes forward, well then Marvin Lee will have a chance of landing a big shot. But I don't think Kenneth Egan and his cornermen there are going to have any of that. They're going to keep it at long range. And I think while ever it's at long range, well then it has to be Kenneth Egan.
Yes, Kenneth Egan, all set now for this next round. Yeah, in on points. It looks as if he's in control of this contest. Unless something unexpected happens, the unexpected would be for Marvin Lee to land a big punch. Round 3, with Egan ahead. Lee still trying. Lee, from Welterweight, dedicated to boxing. A few years ago, he came to stay in Dublin for quite a while, training hard with Peter Perry, I remember. And great things are expected of him. And he has reached a high standard, but it's high enough to win a title. Well, Egan is one of the tastiest light heavyweights we've had for a while. Formerly a middleweight champion. In the last couple of years has moved up to the heavier weight division. And he's got the speed. And Lee is beginning to flounder a bit now in this 3rd round. Yes, Egan in control now. Lee hoping for a lucky punch. You need more than just a little bit of luck here. Needs the skill to land a powerful punch, because he is a powerful puncher. But Egan is fast. He's a good defensive boxer. He can anticipate by a split second what his opponent is going to do, and so take advantage. And there's the end of the 3rd round. And there's a bit of an improvement.
Marvin Lee will be very happy that at least he's got 2 points on the scoreboard here. But I think, you know, he knows what he wants to do. But the problem is that he just doesn't have the hand speed to do it. Neither does he have those fast reflexes that Kenneth Egan has. Egan, to my mind here, is cruising, nice and easy, nice and relaxed. If Marvin Lee is to have any chance here, he's got to draw Kenneth Egan, and he's got to, instead of slipping to the side and slipping back, he has got to slip inside. And once he gets in, he's got to work hard and fast, because getting in there is the difficult part. But once he gets in, he's got to explode very hard and very fast. Otherwise, he's going to lose this title.
Well, it's the final round, and this is Marvin Lee from Welterweight, his last chance becoming an Irish champion against the very popular Dublin man, Kenneth Egan. Big following in the stadium for Egan. He's ahead on points. And something spectacular has got to happen if Lee is to win this one. He's got to land a big punch. But there's no sign of it as yet. He has the punch, but he can't land it. Egan, cagey, slippery. Difficult boxer to master. He's a southpaw. That makes it even more awkward. And Lee has given it his best try here in this. He's almost suffering from frustration at this stage. He seems to be doing all the right things, but just as he comes forward, they go all wrong. And Egan picks him up. Egan fast for a light heavyweight. And tricky. He's got a few tricks up his sleeve there. Been checked for holding. That's the second time. He could lose points for that. But he can be a spoiler at times, Egan, when it suits. And against a strong boxer like Marvin Lee, you don't want to take too many chances. Lee is a big puncher, but he's never really landed with one of his best punches. He looks almost frustrated now as Egan dances before him, coasting along. He knows he has it wrapped up by now. In this final round, Lee hasn't had much to offer. There's a big right hand. But it's too late. The bell. And it looks as if Egan is the champion once again. Yes, Egan does enough all the way through. The pace suited him. Wasn't the most exciting contest. But he won't worry about that. He's won his title again. And he's won it by a wide margin. Well, they're happy in the corner.
Center of the ring, blue, please. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for both boxers. And the winner of that contest and the holder of the Galway Boxing Club Perpetual Challenge Cup for the year 2004 by a computer scoring of 8 points to 2, and still the light heavyweight champion of Ireland, Egan.
Mixed reception, but he's still the champion, deservedly so. He was always in front. So there's a comfortable win, 4 times Irish champion. Kenneth Egan, champion at light heavyweight for the second time. Now there he is, happy with himself now. He'll be on the panel now for the Olympics. But he'll have to go and either qualify in the European Championships or in one of the major, mostly on in Eastern Europe. And it's going to be difficult. But he's a big puncher. Well, he's a happy man. And that's... We now head for round 3 of the Highland, one of the earlier contests just now, as we see the presentation there of the light heavyweight champion, Kenneth Egan. So here we are, Paul Highland in round 3 against Thomas Lee from Oughterard. Third round. And Highland in front by 3 points. So Tommy Lee in blue here has got a little bit of work to do. That's Tommy Lee from Galway, from Oughterard, in fact, County Galway. Paul Highland from the Golden Cobra Club in Dublin. Highland looks confident. And so far it looks as if it could be a repeat of last year when he won this title. Well, that was a nice left hand from Lee. Single shots like that are not enough, though. Lee has got to double up and score with a little bit more than that. Follow through when he does land with the big long left hand. As he's too far behind on points at this stage, Highland knows it. Highland will try and stay a distance away, evade him, and just pick him off. So it's up to Lee now to put the pressure on his man. That's more like it, a right to the body. Highland's clever. Good mover inside the ring. Not again with the left hand, but one punch is not enough. Lee has got to be double up on those punches. He's putting on pressure, but he's finding it almost impossible to get his range. That's an improvement. A lot of his punches are short, though. Lee is staying the pace well. Showing no real sign of weakening, although he's taken some hard punches in the early couple of rounds. Whips in a right hand. And again, drops his head. The referee has checked him a couple of times over there. The end of the third round, and this is becoming a lively contest with one more round to go.
Yes, and in that fourth round, Highland won by 17 points to 14. Mick Dowling here with me. Mick, talk to me about Highland and also about Ken Egan, light heavyweight champ.
Well, as for young Highland, I think I had predicted that he would win. You know, I thought young Tommy Lee throws a lot of punches, but he needs to get his accuracy right. I said that to him before. Highland, nice slick boxer, good jab, good left hook, and certainly done enough to win. As for Kenneth Egan, well, you saw there, he's a nightmare to fight. Very, very quick reflexes. He is, you know, he's really hard. Marvin Lee knew what he had to do, but just couldn't do it. Didn't have the speed, didn't have the fast reflexes to do it.
Mick, the next thing on the horizon, of course, is the European Championships, but just a wider point for the IABA and Irish boxing. The high performance group took a little bit of a blow here tonight, didn't it? More than a little bit.
Well, the biggest blow, of course, was losing James Moore here, you know. Young Gillen, on the other hand, was in it, went out of it, and then came back into it again, and now he's lost out. So, yeah, the pressure is on not only the boxers, but the pressure is on the system to deliver. We've for a long time asked for full-time boxers, full-time coaches. We have all that now. The pressure is on for all of those to deliver.